There it goes. Goddamn, guys. Goddamn, guys. What did we just watch?
Goddamn. Goddamn is right. That is the handbook to being underwhelming. That is literally the fucking handbook to being underwhelming. We just watched Wrestlepalooza for the last...
Thank you, Daddy.
This guy. We just watched Wrestlepalooza for the last 3.5 hours. And I, honest to God, question a lot of the decisions that were made tonight. Minus a couple of them. I question why a lot of just absolutely boneheaded decisions were made on this night. You see, don't even get me started on what we opened the show with. Let's talk about what closed the show. Does anybody want to explain to me? Does anybody have a good explanation? Because I'm lost, so I would love to hear if somebody has a great explanation as to why Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre main evented this show, and it was not either Brock Lesnar and John Cena or CM Punk, AJ Lee, Seth Rollins, and Becky Lynch that main evented this show.
Literally no clue, dude. And if you want to talk about what really opened the show, before even Cena and Lesnar, what about ESPN and the process of getting to watch this pay-per-view in the first place? I felt like it was a 2020 AEW pay-per-view, having to fucking struggle to watch this pay-per-view. Holy hell, dude. That ESPN system is so dog shit, dude. We tried to watch the show on his joint ESPN, Disney Plus, the Hulu account, the whole thing. You literally can't. They lied to you. With all those posts of them saying all you need is this, you need it in your cable, you need it with that ESPN Disney Plus bundle, they lied to you. You can't watch it through any of those. That's a bundle that exists for $30, but you have to get the separate, quote unquote, ESPN Unlimited bundle to be able to watch this pay-per-view. We couldn't watch it through his. I had to make an account, and instead of selecting that plan, I had to select the ESPN Unlimited plan, and then we were able to watch this godforsaken pay-per-view. So it was a struggle to watch this fucking shit in the first place. And this is what you gave us. A fucking 3.5 out of 10 out of a show. And it was a fucking horrible way to start watching the show in the first place. Good Lord. What a horrible deal with ESPN. This is ass.
So, last night, I wanted my bases covered. So, I downloaded the ESPN app because I tried to look at it through the Disney Plus app and it just said I need to download the ESPN app. So, I was like, okay, I'll download the ESPN app. Go to log in to ESPN and it says log in with my Disney account. So, I'm like, okay, fine. So, I log in through my Disney account, look at my subscription. He saw it, looked at my subscription, and it said your subscription, Legacy Bundle, Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm good to go, because clearly it says I have ESPN Plus as a part of my Legacy Bundle with, Hulu or whatever, or Disney, Hulu, and ESPN. So, of course, I go to load the show up, and it tells me I don't have access to it. What the fuck? So then it says browse plan. So I'm like, well, fuck it. I'll just pay for the $30, ESPN plan. As soon as I click it, there was an error loading plans. It literally
doesn't let you watch it.
If I didn't have him to make an account, I genuinely would not have been able to watch the show, because The other thing that popped on my head was, okay, well, I'll cancel this legacy bundle thing. So I go on the little page on the Disney app to cancel the shit, or the Disney website to cancel the shit, and it says it can't be canceled until my next renewal date. I literally would have been fucked. And I would not have been able to watch the show. Unless I don't know, quickly made another email and then just completely made a brand new account on ESPN. That was an absolutely horrible start to the ESPN WWE partnership, at least for me. Because again, my Disney membership is the stupid legacy bundle where it's Disney, Hulu, ESPN. I have that. I thought I could fucking use that. But apparently not. Because and I even looked at WWE's promotion for it, because they have the little sign up now ads. It gives you two options. You can get the legacy bundle. They got the little Wrestlepalooza sign up now button. So I click the sign up now button and it says you can make your choice of package. You can get the legacy bundle with all three of them for a discounted $30 a month for the next year, or you can just get ESPN for $30 a month. And I click on either of them, and it just brings me to an error page. What the fuck? This is ESPN. This is a huge company. What are we doing?
Literally, it's like, what is that process? You just straight lied to your fans and said this is all you need. But no, that's not all you need. You needed the only thing that was able to watch it was the unlimited plan. Just tell people that in the fucking first place, dude. Fucking scamming people, dude. It's wild, dude. It's so frustrating. And it was just such a garbage start of the show experience, and the rest of the show just kept that disappointment up. It really did. Like Gotti says, Stephanie winning was cool. The mixed tag was good. And really, that was about it. I like the bronze winning. Other than that, it happened. I mean, it didn't feel like a pay-per-view at all. It literally felt like an episode of Raw or a Saturday night's main event. It did not feel like the second WrestleMania of the year as they were hyping this shit up as. It was fucking lackluster as fuck. It was so disappointing.
They hype this up as the second WrestleMania. This is your idea. Well, I guess you're not too far off, I guess, after all. Joke's on them, but they're not really too far off, being that
WrestleMania was disappointing.
WrestleMania was one of the fucking biggest disappointments ever. Was that Vegas Mania. And here we are with Wrestlepalooza. I just feel disappointed. Mm-hmm. I just feel disappointed, man. It was not very good. It was not very good. It was nothing that they hyped this up for at all. It was nothing up to par as to what they hyped this up for at all. A lot of the matches, again, were just very underwhelming. I do not know, going into this, again, like I said, why we did not end the show with the mixed tag match or Cena and Lesnar. But now in hindsight, you should have just did the mixed tag match, because if they would have ended the show the way they ended Cena and Brock, then I would have looked like the ultimate hothead coming on here. So in hindsight, I'm glad they didn't end with that. But going into the show, out of those two matches, how the fuck did you choose Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre, and that was your idea on how to end that match? We gotta talk, man. We gotta talk, bro. We have to talk. Seriously, man. However, let's go ahead.
That intro.
Get things out of the way before things get discussive. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to another edition of NHP. welcome back to another edition of your WWE PLE post-show reviews. This time we're on here with Wrestlepalooza Indianapolis as WWE held their September pay-per-view. So, damn near, bro. WWE held their September pay-per-view tonight, the same day as All Out. We did watch a little bit of All Out, however, we had to go grab the pay-per-view food, so we probably stopped watching after, what was that, Mercedes and...
Yeah.
Was it that, I think?
No, it was
Chris
Tony,
Statlander.
right at the end of the Chris Statlander win.
Yes. So we stopped watching after that. We're going to watch the rest of it right after this. See how that went. But from what we seen, it was pretty boring. To be honest, there was really nothing to run home and tell your family about, to be honest. But so, like I said, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know how the show works, every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Central, we are on here with NHP Unscripted. Every Friday at 3 p.m. Central, we are on here with the news. And for the pay-per-views for both WWE and AEW, we are live directly after the show goes off the air with the official post-show review. Speaking of that, for once, we will not be live with the all-out post-show review. We were gonna do it tomorrow, but then the card came out and it just it was pretty mid. My favorite part about the 4 hours of All Out that we watched before we stopped watching was Edge doing a 5-knuckle shuffle and an attitude adjustment. That was probably my favorite part of the show.
I would say the coffin match.
Oh, shit, yeah. The coffin match was my second favorite part of the show. My favorite part of the show was still the 5-knuckle shuffle, but the coffin match was really good. It was really, I forgot about that. Coffin match was really, really, really good. I completely forgot that we seen that. So, a lot of wrestling today. Bear with me. A lot of wrestling today. So, with that being said, yes, we will not be doing All Out, but we are on here with you guys for Wrestlepalooza. So that is that, man. And if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now get this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video where you can find this beautiful piece of merchandise live on there as we speak. So with that being said, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at NHP, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, and I really got to ask this now, as for the other half, we got my man Sir K. And Sir K, please enlighten me what you were smiling about right now.
You know, it was a good day overall. You know, the shows we watched were about as mid, as boring as humanly possible. But overall, I love watching the show with my boy. Always fun as hell. And just always a good time, man. Got a oh shit, I didn't see that. I'm trying to look at the camera here.
It's fine.
But I'm trying to look at the hard cam.
Bro's got tunnel vision.
I do.
Yes, he does.
But you know, it was a good day. Got a lot of good weekends coming up. I'm very excited for. You know, you got you got a lot of good pay-per-view weekends coming up, and just a lot of good weekends in general coming up, man. So I'm very excited. Very excited for all that, man. I'm doing good. Just waiting for all these weekends, man. October, I think, is going to be a real good month. I'm predicting October's going to be a real good month, man. I love Halloween. Favorite holiday. It's got some horror movies coming up and whatnot. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. But I'm doing good. Like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. How is everyone doing in the live chat? How's everyone doing watching the replay? What about you, bro? How are you doing?
Well,
how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good.
Not too much going on. Not too much at all, man. Not too much at all. Just chilling, man. Just chilling, man. Doing my thing. That's honestly about it, man. What can I say? But we know this guy's Mr. October, I guess, but
shit.
But regardless,
might be my favorite month.
Jesus.
I love fall. That's what it is. That's what it is. You know.
He loves falling.
Just
So,
shit.
so, no, man. I mean, I'm good. I'm good. Nothing too much going on, bro. Nothing too much going on. Just it's just the very loaded wrestling weekend that we've had.
There you go, Gotti.
So, oh, Gotti, Gotti, I think you guys would be getting a completely different man coming on this post-show review right now if I had to fucking watch a Damian Priest match on what this show ended up being. But regardless, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. But yeah, that's about it. So, as Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good. What about you, Durante, Logan, Bell, and of course, the one, the only, the head of GDR LLC, Mr. Walk 'em down and cut they shit off, Mr. Walk 'em down and run that marathon, Mr. Walk 'em down and cook that shit up.
Cooking that shit up. Cooked pot roast today, apparently, man. That's dope. Hell yeah.
Come on, bro. We got my brother Gotti in the house, man. How are you guys doing? Thank you guys, as always, for joining us here today on what is... This is something I wanted to mention because I seen it earlier today. Today, September 20th, is Mac Miller Day. This is, I believe he was given the key to the city in Pittsburgh, and I believe that it was declared Mac Miller Day today. So, happy Mac Miller Day to the late and
very great,
one of my favorite rap artists, one of my favorite artists, one of my favorite musicians of all time. Somebody, when I'm in my head, I could just deep dive into his music, whether it's any of his styles, man. If you need an album to lighten your day up, if you need an album to just sit back and think to, go listen to yourself some Mac Miller, man. So I'm putting you guys on. I'm putting you guys on, man. Happy Mac Miller Day to an absolute legend and a artist that, as I got older, his passing has affected his passing has affected me more and more as I get older, as the years go on, and I start to connect more and more to his music. I constantly say to myself, man, like, dude, what if Mac was still alive, bro?
Damn.
Crazy to think. But happy Mac Miller Day. Happy heavenly Mac Miller Day to an absolute legend, bro.
Truly. Happy Mac Miller Day, man. Truly was golden, man. No matter what style you could vibe to, whether you wanted to vibe out, you wanted to think, especially if you're like me, and you'd be thinking, his music is great to just sit back and think to, man. It's just great, phenomenal music from any of his styles, man. And truly gone way too soon, man. Way too soon. So rest in peace, and he will live on forever in his music. Mac Miller, goated.
For sure, man. For sure. That's crazy. Gotti says he was supposed to see Mac for the first time in concert 2 weeks after he passed.
Damn, man. That sucks, dude.
That really does suck. Darby Allin lit Jon Moxley on fire.
Right after that segment, that we right the part where we left, he lit him on fire. Not even 10 seconds after we left, he lit him on fire.
Wow. Dang. That's crazy. I've listened to Weekend. Weekend is a good song.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, if I were to, you may already know them, but what are some of my favorite Mac songs? Senior Skip Day is a classic.
Classic. Nikes on My Feet. Classic.
Blue World, Self Care, Funny Papers,
2009.
Oh my God!
Classic.
I don't know. I don't know if people really know about this one. I didn't find out about this one till recently, and I was very mad at myself when I did, especially when I found out how long the song had been around. If you guys have never listened to "Fight the Feeling" with Mac Miller and Kendrick Lamar, that is a must listen.
It is fire, dude.
Good News,
True.
Circles,
man,
The list
So
goes
many.
on.
So fucking many.
Yeah, the list really goes on. I could be here all night talking about that guy's music, man. But absolute legend, bro. Absolute legend. What was not absolutely legendary was Wrestlepalooza.
God, no.
Took place from Indianapolis, Indiana. And in case you guys did not know,
Might have not caught it.
you might have not caught it. They didn't say it too much on the show. But this was WWE's debut PLE on ESPN.
I don't know if you guys heard it on commentary. It wasn't often they said it.
Yeah, no.
But it's their first WWE PLE in the ESPN era. So yeah.
Oh, Kool-Aid and frozen pizzas.
Oh, that one, man. That initial Kids album is just that's a different vibe, dude.
Yeah,
It goes so incredibly hard.
Yeah, it's different, bro.
It's
different,
bro.
for sure.
It is. You know, they made Nokia by Drake the theme song for this fucking. They couldn't do a Mac song. They want to go a different vibe. They did Nokia, that weak ass Drake song. I don't get it.
People
dude.
love that song, dude.
I don't get it.
I don't.
Dude.
I
I can't tell you the newest Drake song I listen to on the regular, dude.
The last Drake song I listened to, or I think the newest Drake song I have in my playlist is from 2021, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that the one with which one is that?
I think that's one is Time Flies.
Yes.
Also might be Laugh Now, Cry Later. I
It's
think was also that year.
I think those two are the exact same ones for me. Literally those like two from 20.
TSU off CLB. I have that one too.
Mm.
But it was a while ago. Yeah, I don't know. Just don't vibe with his newer stuff.
No.
For sure. But yeah, I don't know what the choice was to make that the theme song. And we got Brock Lesnar running around. You got Brock Lesnar running around calling, saying tomorrow's D-Day for John Cena. Hello, we got Doomsday by MF Doom. Come on, bruh. That would have went pretty hard. I'm just saying. Doomsday by MF Doom for the theme song for this would have been pretty dope.
Would have been tough.
But, you know, let's go with Nokia by Drake. Wrestlepalooza's theme song was off an album called Some Sexy Songs for You.
Like
that really fit the vibe.
if they were in like Toronto, okay, you're doing Drake, okay, whatever. Dude, they were in Indianapolis. They were in Toronto not that long ago. Why didn't they do Drake then? I would have done Kendrick in Toronto, but that's just me being a petty Kendrick fan. But like,
Just put like that.
literally. But I don't know, man. I don't know. This pay-per-view was it was interesting, man. It was really interesting. Really hyped up for it to be the same old nothing that we usually get.
Yes. Pat McAfee is back
For like the first 2-3 matches of the show.
Yeah, Pat was back, and yeah, he ended up, like you said, like leaving. I don't know why exactly. However, not a lot of good returns tonight. I will say we've seen a return from Eddie Kingston on All Out that absolutely made me wish that he had stayed away. As much as I'm happy he got through his injury,
Yeah.
the performance was fucking awful. It was
awful.
fucking awful. Pat McAfee came back and decided to put Palooza at the end of damn near every word he spoke. He was talking about a suplex palooza, a yeet palooza, a this palooza, a that palooza, a yippee palooza, a fucking kaye palooza. Dude.
Every move someone would hit, it would just add Palooza after. Oh my god, it's Blink. Dude, it was so infuriating, man.
Yeah,
You wrote Corey off television yesterday, which, side note, glad for Corey. He could be taking bumps again. Good for him. I'm excited for him. But you write him off television. I would have much rather heard his voice tonight at the end of the day than Pat McAfee, man. That's just me being honest. After the night we had, I would have took Corey Graves.
Or if you put Wade back on commentary, Can you explain to me? Can you explain to me why you didn't just do Pat, Cole, and Corey? Because they're a good trio.
They are a good trio.
Because I like Corey's more serious. So Pat and Cole like to fuck around a lot. And Corey's like a nice contrast to that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're like the sweet and he's the salty, right? So like, why wasn't he on commentary? I don't know. It just I don't know why they dodged that trio. Maybe it's because Corey had some things to say about Pat, you know, in the build to WrestleMania or whatever, or, you know, when Corey got himself into that shit or whatever. So maybe they're holding that against him. I don't know. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. But it doesn't take away from the fact that I would have absolutely heard Corey Graves' voice on this show, especially after the show that we ended up getting. So I don't know. I don't know, man. That was a pretty weak move in my honest opinion. But yeah. So God, he says that almost made him turn All Out off.
Dude. Oh man, Eddie Kingston. I don't get why AEW fans love him, because he's the exact thing that they don't like.
Yeah.
He's a promo guy. He can't really wrestle at the end of the day. I don't get the AEW fan obsession with him. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't either, but that was I mean, again, I like Eddie.
It's a great promo, and I'm glad he can be back, but that was a rough return, dude.
Yeah. They put him with fucking Big Bill. I mean, what the
And then they put him with Hook at the end of the match.
Oh my god. That was ugh.
Hook could have been in NXT, bro.
That was bad. That was really bad. Yeah, it was an awful return. It was an absolute awful fucking return. I don't know what did it for me. Maybe it was the Eddie Kingston match. Maybe it was the Mercedes Moné and Riho match. A lot of tomfoolery today. So yeah, but Pat McAfee came back, and again, within like an hour of him being back, I kind of a small piece of me already wished that he had went away again.
If I'm being honest.
So, yeah, so then oh, wait. Okay.
Hmm? I think we're back.
And we back.
Holy hell. Sorry, guys.
I apologize for that.
I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know if that's Triple H trying to take us off air or something. I don't know what the fuck that was.
I don't know. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. Good God. Okay, I think we're back now. And I think we are all good to go here.
Hmm.
Dude, what the fuck?
Oh. Is it gonna go out again? Hope it stays back.
Dude. Dude.
We gotta, like, reset this motherfucking shit. Huh? Hello?
I'm fucking debating on opening my fucking mouth again because every time I open my mouth, the thing goes down. So, regardless, I think we're okay. So, anyways, what I was saying was we started the show off with this match that you see on your screen here. John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. As here, we see the GOAT make his entrance with a bunch of kids dressed up in John Cena gear.
Hell yeah.
He comes out to the ring. They're doing introductions, and Alicia Taylor does her thing, similar to how I do Gotti's introduction. Similar to how Mark Nash does John Cena's introduction. She does the whole thing, you know. Never seen 17, the greatest of all time, last real champion, John Cena, right? And then she goes to do Brock Lesnar's introduction, but gets interrupted, and Paul Heyman comes in, which if you guys didn't see SmackDown yesterday, Brock walked up to Paul and told him we need to talk. Paul Heyman shook his head yes, standing right next to the Bronze, and just walked away. And Brock just walked away. That's another big logic gap in this whole thing, because the whole story is Brock Lesnar left Paul Heyman, and then Roman Reigns was the one to, like, save him, right, and bring him back to television. So why he would just be so eager to, you know, advocate for Brock once again, I think we're missing out on a little bit of the story that WWE themselves have told us there, because again, all we've been told for the better part of however long, since 2020,
Literally,
is that Roman saved Heyman from, you know, irrelevancy, and he brought him to the island of relevancy. So, thought that was a bit odd there, although it was cool to hear the introduction again. Paul Heyman's the leader, or the manager, or the oracle for a whole nother group. Now, you may ask yourself, why are they doing this all of a sudden? I could tell you exactly why they're doing this. Because, especially with what we now know being the end of the show, did not see Drew McIntyre winning the WWE Championship. It's Cody Rhodes is still the champion. They're doing Crown Jewel champions for Crown Jewel. We're going to get another Cody and Seth match.
oh.
Cody and Seth are going to start a beef. The Vision is going to assemble a team for War Games. Now, the Vision only have 3 people. They're going to need Brock. They're going to get Brock, and they're probably going to get somebody else.
Could be either Randy or Drew. I wouldn't be shocked at either of those two
Yeah,
names.
I could see Drew. Now, the baby faces, Cody is probably going to lead the team because he's going to have a pre-existing beef with Rollins from Crown Jewel. He's going to get Cena, he's going to get Randy, and he's going to get, you know, probably the Usos or Roman or it's Punk. Yeah, somebody. And that's where we're going to see all this stuff come into play. We're going to see Brock team with the Vision in War Games, and then we're going to see Cena on the other end. Brock's going to be able to tease his stuff with Braun Breaker, because you know they want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Heyman's probably going to be split the whole time on who he's actually homies with. And then we'll probably get our conclusion to Brock and John Cena there.
Yep.
So, I don't know what they have in plan, but that's my guess. That's my guess for how this whole thing is going to unravel. We're going to see, you know, the babyface Avengers going up against the Vision, Brock Lesnar, and probably Drew McIntyre, right? So Cena, Roman, LACM, Punk, and Jey Uso versus Rollins, Braun, Bronze, Drew, and Lesnar. I could
I think that's
absolutely
it
see
exactly. 100%. I think that's it exactly. And my God, man.
that. Which
My
for the baby faces is a stacked War Games
It's
team.
actually a stacked babyface team. You never get a team where the babyfaces are more like cohesive and stacked than the heels. But you have the Seth Riders or the Vision, as they are called, I guess, and there is no cohesion because you got their Oracle, whatever that is, just hanging out with Brock again, which I know is gonna set up War Games, but that group is the most disconnected faction I've probably ever watched. None of them have anything to do with each other on television. Heyman's just there with the Bronze, I guess, just because he's there with the Bronze. None of them have anything to do with Seth and Becky tonight. They didn't even interact on the show. Gotta love Division, man. The most incohesive fucking group in television. Quite literally.
This is true. I think the MFTs looked more cohesive than the Vision.
Yeah, it looks like they're fucking done for.
And it legitimately looks like they got canned. The group, well
two
of
of
the
them.
members. If you guys didn't watch SmackDown, it looks like JC Mateo and Hikuleo, or what's his name? Talatanga. It looks like they're done.
They literally just seem like they got booted out the group off camera.
Yeah, which sucks for the Wyatt Six, I guess. In terms of the MFT group, I can't really say it's like a hit. They weren't a hit, so it's not necessarily any sort of, I guess, shock to the system that they're gone, because for JC Mateo was just a nerd ever since he came in, and Talatanga just fucking sucked. Okay, Dave Meltzer was right. He wasn't gonna make it.
He didn't make it, dude. He was right. He didn't make it. I guess we were clowning on a guy for no reason because he was right about Talatanga. Dude was just tall, and I was that man, and they completely butchered Jeff Cobb. I hope they keep Jeff Cobb as Jeff Cobb. Put him in NXT as Jeff Cobb at this point, and just kill that shit.
Yeah, that could be the best case scenario for him at this point. So with that, Heyman does the intros for Brock Lesnar. Again, they're high-fiving like, nothing ever happened.
He didn't leave Bro for 5 years to go on to what he would constantly talk about as a bigger talent, but no mention of that. None.
Yeah,
no need.
No need at all. The match started off with a lot of Brock Lesnar offense. We ended up then getting our Super Cena, John Cena comeback, where he hit 4 shoulder tackles on Brock Lesnar. It took to just knock Brock down. He literally jumped into him for a shoulder tackle 4 times before Brock actually fell. He then hit him with 2 attitude adjustments for a kick out. He went to go for the 5-knuckle shuffle. So he did his "you can't see me," hit the ropes, and when he bounced back towards Brock, he hit him with an F5. Brock Lesnar would then go on to hit him with about another 4 or 5 F5s. I think it was somewhere around 6 or 7 F5s. It was either 5, 6, or 7, one of those.
Mm-hmm.
And beat John Cena in 8 minutes.
Just like that. The most lazy Brock Lesnar performance I've seen. Dude, like, why did you bring him back? Well, he didn't show up to any of your shows that aligned with Cena, at least. They finally do this match, and it's the most basic hit 3 moves throughout the entire 8-minute match, and that's it. What did you bring him back for, dude? He did nothing of value for you. For me, for you, for fucking anybody, he did nothing of value. That was the most pointless return ever, and we're gonna have to deal with more of the shit. Good lord, what a waste of Cena. That's what Triple H is great at, wasting John Cena in his last year, dude. He's great at that shit.
There's absolutely no way There's absolutely no way you did that. There is absolutely no way you hyped up this big WrestleMania-like pay-per-view. Their words, not mine.
Yeah.
This was the second coming of WrestleMania. Is that something you would do at WrestleMania? In John Cena's last appearance for Indianapolis, a lot of people, and this is what you fucking dumb fucks don't understand, a lot of people come out to see John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people come out to see John Cena because they know it's his last time in the venue, it's his last time performing in the state or the city or whatever it is. It's his last time.
We were lucky to get AJ Lee. If it was for AJ Lee, the reason we bought tickets to SmackDown was for John Cena. Like, come on, people.
You absolutely fucked Indianapolis here.
You screw him over. Hardcore.
Because a lot of people, again, paid their money to see John Cena for the last time.
A lot of money.
And all you have to fucking offer them is an 8-minute fucking damn near squash to Brock Lesnar. When Brock Lesnar pulled out an astounding 3 moves in this match. I seen him do a suplex, I seen him do a lariat, and I seen him do an F5.
That's all he did. The whole match.
And this is what you had in mind for John Cena's last appearance in Indianapolis, Indiana. And don't just take my reaction for it. Look at fucking Tyrese Halliburton's face after the match. I know damn well he thought that shit was ass.
You know it. That man sat in the crowd that whole pay-per-view, and he was marking out for the women's match. He was marking out during, the AJ Lee Punk match. At the end of that match, that man was hitting that classic Draymond Green, just mouth wide open, what the fuck face. But literally hit the... at the end of that match. Because he thought what we all thought. What the fuck was that? That was ass, dude. That was so ass.
And now what you've done is you have extended. Because like I said, if you look at the way War Games is setting up, you mean to tell me what you've had in what you have in mind for John Cena for the month of October and the month of November is him being tangled up with Brock Lesnar and the Vision. So we didn't get our fucking AJ Styles match because he has to be tied up with Brock Lesnar and the Vision.
Dude, he's going to have to be in War Games against the Vision. Dog. What? That's you're literally having John Cena face the Death Riders. This is what you are doing in his last year. He's facing the Seth Riders at War Games. Good Lord. That is horrible, dude. And that's what this set up. We're going to have to deal with this at Crown Jewel, and we're going to have to deal with this at War Games. Good Lord. That is a fucking waste of John Cena. It really fucking is.
What is that?
And then the worst part about that, at the end, it literally goes from Survivor Series to his last match in Saturday Night's main event.
Yep.
So no real build for that Gunther match as the last match. Thanks, guys. Thanks. That's just amazing.
What an absolute joke. What an absolute fucking joke, man. What was that? What was that? Honest to God, man. You had John Cena getting squashed by Brock Lesnar on your lap for his final match in Indianapolis, and you thought that was a good idea? You honestly thought that was a good idea? Okay.
Good Lord, dude.
Okay.
Poor Indy.
What a joke. What an absolute joke. What a horrible decision. What an absolute horrible decision, man. Again, absolutely robbed Indiana. I can't explain to you how mad I am for those people in the crowd, bro. Absolutely robbed Indiana of their last John Cena match they got to see. See, lucky for us in Chicago, we got to see John Cena have a pretty long match. It was like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
With Sami Zayn, and it was
a banger.
And it was a banger. It was a great match. I thought the match was great. And they got a 8-minute match where John Cena maybe got 2-3 minutes of decent offense. But other than that, it was your typical display of Brock Lesnar laziness. And Brock Lesnar not really caring about what he's doing. He goes out there, does his moves, and goes home.
And that's the worst part about Brock. When he does care, he's actually fucking amazing in the ring, and it's really entertaining.
He's very good.
So it's so frustrating when he's this lazy and boring, because I know you can be very good and very competitive in that ring, but you go out and you do the laziest shit possible. Horrible work, dude. Horrible work here.
And this isn't even a case of, well, Brock needs to work with a small guy, because I've seen him have good matches with John Cena before.
He has a good dynamic with Cena that you, I guess, tried to do with this match, but it was the laziest version of it possible. It was horrible.
Absolutely horrible. And this is what you have decided to probably put on John Cena's plate for Crown Jewel. I would not be shocked.
I'm sure of it.
And I'm also pretty sure this is what you're going to have on his plate going into War Games. So the last 2 months before we get to the final farewell match at Saturday night's main event on December 13th, this is what you have in mind. This. Dude, everybody else he's feuded with throughout the year has either been a quick one-and-done feud. Now, yeah, he did feud with Cody Rhodes twice, but they've hardly done back-to-back rematches with John. He did Randy coming out of Backlash. He moved on from Randy, went right into the tag match with Logan Paul. They moved on from that right afterwards, went right into the stuff with CM Punk. Immediately after that, I believe he went right into another feud with Cody, and then he was done with Cody. Immediately started a feud with Brock, but then jumped into a feud with Logan Paul. Everybody else, you get what I'm saying? Everybody else has been a one and done.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And now, again, like I said, there's been a couple people that he's feuded with twice, but in the moment, there was no immediate rematch afterwards because it's his final year and we just can't do that. We just can't do that.
You limited yourself to one CM Punk match, but not one Brock match? That's wild to me.
That is absolutely crazy. You limited yourself to one Orton match, one Punk match,
to no AJ match,
and 0 AJ Styles matches to give him back-to-back Lesnar matches, because I'm pretty sure we're getting this at Crown Jewel. I could be wrong, but if I'm a betting man,
I would bet on it.
If WWE wanted to continue this, my best bet would be start a feud with AJ and Cena, and don't say they can't, because they did the same thing with Logan Paul, where they just had him up and start another random feud. Have him start a feud with AJ, and once his AJ match is over, have him, want to help Cody Rhodes or something. And then as he's helping Cody Rhodes, Paul Heyman calls Brock Lesnar and gets him involved with that. And then we get the finish to, Cena overcoming Brock Lesnar in War Games.
Mm-hmm.
Because to me, this is just a waste. And this was a waste of an appearance. This could have been at least with Logan Paul, he stole the show on that night.
It was a good-ass match. Logan Paul actually cared about putting on a good match with John Cena.
He certainly cared more than Brock Lesnar did, because they stole the show that night.
They did. And this was the disappointment of the show. Dude, come on, man. Come on.
Absolutely ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Was not a fan of this. I was not a fan of how this whole thing went down at all. And again, man, if this is the level of effort that Brock Lesnar is going to show towards John Cena, a guy in his final 3 months, why is he back? I ask. Why the fuck is he back?
Literally. Makes no sense.
And again, man, at least the Logan Paul match was good. You didn't do an AJ match here. You're probably not going to do an AJ match at Crown Jewel. We all know you're not doing an AJ match at Survivor Series. Just so you can have Brock Lesnar out there to do 3 fucking moves and squash him. Triple H, how fucking stupid are you?
Very.
How? How do you think that is a good idea? How stupid do you have to be? Like, dude, you're the motherfucker behind Black and Gold.
He is.
How are you this fucking dumb nowadays? It makes no sense how a guy can go from being a fucking mastermind to just being a fucking dumb idiot overnight.
Literally, over the span of a few years, he's doing dumb shit on the regular, dude. The main event, general just lame booking decisions 24/7 where nothing ever actually happens. It's just useless tension and teasing for something that's going to happen down the line every single time. Everything that you want to happen is going to happen down the line at some point, and it's so frustrating, dude. It feels everything feels like a filler episode nowadays, dude, and that's really the Triple H way lately. Is everything feels like that filler episode of a show. You're just waiting for the next episode for something to actually happen, but every episode it's just filler and filler and filler and filler, and this is what this is. It's filler, dude, unfortunately.
What a joke, man. What a joke. I seriously question where his mindset goes sometimes. Because it just doesn't make sense to me, man. It doesn't make sense how you had 6 months to prep. Probably even longer than that. But 6 months since it was announced to prep for a farewell tour. 6 months!
Mm-hmm.
For 6 months!
You did nothing.
You had the chance to prep, lay out a map as to where you wanted to go and what points you wanted to hit for a farewell tour. And you have clearly showed, you had absolutely not a fucking clue what you were doing. What the fuck, man? This is John Cena. What? This isn't a Yoshitatsu retirement tour. This is John fucking Cena. You idiot.
I don't understand, dude. It's so frustrating. So unfortunate.
We didn't get so much shit because this asshat moves on a whim, apparently, and just decides on a bunch of shit that nobody asked for.
We could have got Fatu.
Name me one fucking person. I swear to God, if you could find me one, I will cash app anybody $100 if they could find me one fucking human being on this earth that said in advance, I would love to see John Cena and Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso during the retirement tour.
Literally.
I would love. Can you find me one person that asked for that? Meanwhile, we didn't get nothing with Fatu. We didn't get nothing with LA Knight. And we didn't get anything with fucking AJ Styles. And you limited yourself to one match per everybody, which makes sense.
I can, if it was a system that was actually for everybody, okay, it is what it is. That's what you want to do. But obviously, it's not. He interacted with Logan Paul twice. Now he's going to interact with Brock for probably 3 times, if I'm guessing. He couldn't interact with AJ once, Fatu once, fucking Dominic once, Dragunov once, Braun once. Bronson once, any of these people he couldn't interact with, I'd have loved all of those. It would have been really fucking cool, and we didn't get any of them. That's fucking stupid, man. That's real fucking stupid for a lazy ass Brock Lesnar. That's crazy.
Triple H, man, I'm so disappointed in you, bro.
Oh, incredible.
I'm so disappointed in you, dude. At one point in my life, you were like the savior of professional wrestling.
He was top H.
You saved us.
Mm-hmm.
You literally saved us.
You did. You literally kept us watching the product. And now this is what you're doing with all the mentality was always Vince will step down, Triple H will get it, everything will be good. And it was good. And now look at it. He just devolved into the most fake tension. You're always waiting for something to happen, but it's never going to happen. Storytelling in the world. That's the whole show. Every pay-per-view, every episode of weekly television, you're just waiting for shit to happen.
This man constantly, this guy was like the man known to book ahead, plan
heavy.
This, if this is a plan, then holy fuck, put the pen down.
Put it down.
Because, and there's other stuff on the show too. Don't even get me started on that main event right now. This was the guy known to plan. This was a guy known to plan shit. And for all the little feuds in NXT that were planned and teased ahead, and the story was told so beautiful, and half that shit wasn't even your main event picture.
No.
This is John Cena. You moron. This is John Cena.
The GOAT. This is the GOAT.
There's not many times people get a fucking retirement tour. And the least you could have done is plan accordingly for the man and for the man's booking.
But you didn't. You're literally just going on a whim with all half of the shit. And it's the most lackluster shit in the world. For your greatest of all time. Insanely disappointing, dude.
Ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. We're getting an extension of a Brock Lesnar program. And if that's the way Brock Lesnar is going to act, if that's the performances we're going to get,
it's going to be horrible, dude. It's going to be lame as hell.
You might as well tell John, thank you, man. You can end the farewell tour early because we failed you and we are dumb fucks.
We have no idea what we're doing. You might as well just leave right now, bruh.
Do yourself the service and just leave now because I'm a fucking idiot and I can't book anything to save my life and I had 6 months to prep for a farewell tour.
6 months to prep. You did horribly in his farewell tour.
We're not going to give you anything, fucking half of anything that any of our fans wanted to see. We'll just do what we want to do, and, you know, you just got to deal with it. You're going to face Brock.
We're gonna turn you heel. You're going to have all the aura in the world. You're going to be the coolest thing on the show, and we're still going to have nothing to do for you. And then we're going to retract that statement on an episode of SmackDown, just turn you back babyface, completely shit on our own booking, and have you say that the heel turn was bad. And then we're going to go on to do nothing with you still afterwards. What the fuck? What the fuck, man?
6 months. Motherfucker. I swear to God, I could have fucking wrote better shit down on a piece of notebook paper and planned all 40-something dates fucking what I would have done with John Cena, and I swear on my life it would have been better than this bullshit. Mm-hmm. It would have been 1,000 times better than the last fucking 3 months of this guy's farewell tour being entangled up with Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar, dude. Good lord.
What the fuck? What are we doing? You absolutely ripped off Indianapolis tonight. You absolutely pissed in their fucking face. Mm-hmm. You absolutely pissed in their fucking face with what you did tonight.
Exactly.
That was a complete waste of a fucking performance that AJ Styles could have gave you, that fucking Jacob Fatu or LA Knight could have gave you, and it could have been a 20-minute fucking banger to go along with all the other bangers he's had this year. You went with Brock because you're empty-headed fucking dumb fucks, and you can't fucking book your way out of a wet paper bag. Apparently,
you don't care about a show. You don't care about your fans. You don't care about the quality of show, match, none of it. You care about a headline. That's all it was to you, and that's what you go off of.
You care about your headlines, and you care about your shocking TV that doesn't make a lick of fucking sense a week and a half later.
Exactly.
I know, I can't fucking forget. You care to remind us that WrestleMania 42 is going back to Las Vegas every fucking other segment.
Because it was the most successful WrestleMania. I mean, for your wallets, yes. For the fans, it was the biggest disappointment of the year. But you got to run it back because it's good for your pockets. Of course.
And forget about ripping the fans off. You done ripped John off.
Mm-hmm.
If you put all the bullshit aside, if you were to fucking ask John Cena, I know he fucking says yes because he's going to do what the company wants him to do.
You know he don't like this.
If you fucking pulled that man to the side and fucking asked him if he would have rather faced Brock Lesnar or AJ Styles on this night, I can guarantee you he would have told you AJ Styles.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of here. This guy wasn't even able to pay homage to any of his past rivals in this match because he's too busy taking the same 3 moves from a guy that clearly doesn't want to be there, so I don't know why he's back.
Literally.
He's going to show up, do his lariats, his suplex, his F5s, and fucking WWE's going to fucking ride his dick all the way to wherever he's going to take him. Dude. 8 minutes? We're down to 6 dates, and y'all want to fuck around with 8 minutes. Are you actually kidding me? Get out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here with that. 6 dates. 8 minutes.
2 more of them will be filled with Brock.
Ain't got motherfuckers talking about that wasn't a waste. It wasn't a waste.
It was a waste.
So your idea of John Cena having 6 dates left with us is for him to have an 8-minute match with a guy that doesn't want to do more than 4 moves.
Yep.
That's your idea. That's your idea of saying farewell to John Cena. That's doing the right thing by John. No, that's Brock doing what he wants to do. And if you want to do what you want to do, then you can go back home and ask for piss videos on your fucking couch. What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing?
Makes no sense.
Stupid as hell. Stupid as fuck, man. 6 months. After the match, he F5s the referee, and he walked away.
Whatever, dude.
Okay. Fucking see at Crown Jewel, I guess.
Literally.
So he could probably fucking do the same thing.
Exact same thing.
Triple H, man. To think that you were the guy once known for booking ahead. Wow. Boy, are we living in a different fucking world in 2025.
Literally.
So, Indianapolis, that was your farewell to the greatest of all fucking time. The greatest of all time has to deal with the greatest mismanagement of all time, with the greatest misbooking of all time, with the greatest fucking disorganization of all time, with the greatest 6 months wasted of all time. Triple H, what were you doing from the months of June to December of 2024? Lollygagging, thinking about how fucking Cody Rhodes can't fucking lose anything, or can't fucking, thinking about your next dumbass main event where you're gonna knock a referee down. What the fuck were you thinking about?
Jey Uso winning the Rumble.
What the fuck?
Jey Uso won the Rumble.
Thinking about fucking, oh yeah, we're gonna put the title, let's keep the title on Cody for fucking 6.5 years, and yeah, let's have Jey Uso follow him around in the crowd. What are you thinking about for 6 months? Honest to God, what was going on in your brain for 6 months? What? Well, I don't know. However, speaking of I don't fucking know, this match, the Usos reunite to go up against the Braun Bronze.
Dude, you reunite the Usos, man. And they come out. And we get the old Usos team at first. You know, I'm pumped. Yep. I'm like, dude, we just fucking got fucked by John Cena, or fucked by Triple H for John Cena.
Yep.
And at least we got the Usos theme song, man. I was real happy. Vibing out. Shit's a banger. I haven't heard that in, 2 years? Fucking classic, dude. And then they cut the song off. And you get the Usos just saying, you know, we're on ESPN. We got to show ESPN what we do. Pull out your phones, do the camera, or do the flashlight, you know, the whole spiel. And they just play Jey Uso's theme song. Can we have anything, dude? No. You just play Jey Uso's theme song.
Let's show us ESPN how we party. Yeah? Yeah? Really? You want to show ESPN how we party? Okay. Then explain to me what we just watched, Jimmy. Explain to me why we watched John Cena. Is that what we want to show ESPN? We want to show ESPN that we're fucking idiots, and we want to have John Cena go out there and fucking wrestle an 8-minute match with 6 dates left. Yeah. So let's show ESPN how we party, and fucking let's sit around and fucking yeet like a bunch of dumbasses so Pat McAfee could stand on the fucking table like a fucking clown and jump around.
Literally.
Let's show us ESPN what we fucking do. Let's show ESPN what we fucking do, all right? We like to sit around and think about fucking God knows what back there. And, I don't know, think about, what are we thinking about backstage in WWE? Are we thinking about, bro, let's show ESPN how we care more about our $250 million and sticking a fucking rake up our fan base's ass and charging, $35 fucking $100 a night for WrestleMania tickets. Yeah, you want to show us ESPN that? And then look at the rest of the show. Let's show ESPN how we party, yeah? Well, the show fucking sucked. Let's show ESPN how we fucking party. And get the fuck out of here, man. Man, that shit pissed me off so bad. How are you gonna play the OG Uso song? And I'm turning up.
You even got the Tron. It was sick, dude.
It was fucking dope. And they come out wearing this ugly ass gear. So I'm like, my vibe's kind of thrown off a little bit. But I'm like, you know what? We're still listening to the Uso song. And then they fucking play this fucking Jey Uso song that is... They're acting like you can't yeet to the regular Uso song. It's damn near the same song.
It's the same beat. It's literally the same beat. Just this... It's just classic. Didn't know, that was frustrating, dude. They gotta do their little yeet shit, you know how they go. And yeah, they come in the ring and then they run it back with Jey Uso's theme song. If you're gonna do the run it back, why don't you just do the full entrance with the Uso theme and then you run it back and you do Jay's theme? No. You do like fucking 10-15 seconds of the Usos theme and you just do Jey Uso's theme, which we hear every Monday on Raw. Anyway, thank you for that.
Because they're absolute fucking morons and they can't seem to get over the fact that the Usos as a tag team will forever eclipse whatever they think Jey Uso is as a singles competitor.
Oh, 100%.
They love to think that Jey Uso is like some Roman Reigns level of singles star. No, I'm sorry. The singles run was cool at first. Jey Uso's always going to be a tag team guy. Play the fucking Uso song.
Just play the Uso song, dude.
They also made LA Knight the referee to this match.
I will say, I think that I was very like dumbfounded by that decision earlier in the day when I saw it on Twitter, but I did think that made the match a little better
Yes.
because I couldn't imagine this match without that LA Knight element.
Fuck.
It would have been really boring without that. So I will say I think that that was a good choice, and I think that made the match better than it would have been in the first place.
So they made LA Knight the referee on their 68-hour pre-show for the show, and LA is Jimmy's got a steel chair, and LA Knight's looking at Jimmy with the steel chair, and he's turning his back and just letting Jimmy use the chair on Bronson Reed. He basically just allowed these guys to beat the shit out of the Bronze or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so Jay and LA Knight start to bicker because, Jay Uso comes close to hitting him a couple times. So LA starts to feel like, hey, was that for me? Like you trying to hit me or whatever. He then walks up to Bronson Reed, and I guess his muscle memory got the best of him because he puts his fist up like he's about to fucking just sock him in the face.
He realizes he's the ref
And then
stops him. Dude, that was hilarious.
Yeah, LA Knight was killing me during this match. I can't lie. So,
Bro hit the muscle memory to melt. Oh, shit.
So we got Jay. Jay then suicide dives Bronson Reed on the outside. While he's on the outside bickering with LA Knight, he gets back in the ring, hits Bronson Reed with a chair, and I guess the chair bounced back up and hit Jay in the face, and it busted him open like on his like forehead or like around like maybe like right where his hairline is, and Jay starts bleeding. He ends up getting speared by Braun Breaker. Braun ends up then double spearing both Usos through the table that was set up in the corner. Pat McAfee did announce that both of the Usos were indeed snapped through a Slim Jim table, and Bronson Reed gave him a tsunami. And
not only did they snap through a Slim Jim table, but Brock Lesnar spun John Cena on that F5 like a Papa John's pizza.
Did they fucking say that?
Yeah, during one of the F5s, they say, "Oh, Lesnar, he's spinning Cena like a Papa John's pizza."
Oh, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit.
You didn't hear that?
Oh, I'm glad I didn't fucking hear that.
Dude, it was fucking horrible, man. It was fucking horrible. Snap through Well, I like how you always made the snap through a Slim Jim table joke, and they finally fucking said it.
They actually ended up using that shit.
Dead ass verbatim said he snapped through a Slim Jim table. I want to snap my neck through a fucking table. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Holy shit, dude.
God.
Dude, oh, man. Jay Uso then gets tsunamied by Bronson Reed, and they gave Bronson Reed the pinfall victory here, which, out of everything to come out of this match, even though the entrance pissed me off, and I've definitely seen the Usos in way nicer gear.
Mm-hmm.
The match itself, I think with LA Knight as the referee, I think it actually made it a lot more enjoyable than I think it would have. I liked LA Knight's antics. He was kind of cracking me up throughout the whole entire match. And then I actually like that they gave Bronson Reed the pinfall victory. They're very good at making Bronson Reed look like the side chick in that whole duo with Braun Breaker. But I'm actually glad that they had him. Get the victory here and actually made him look good for once and not just put all the spotlight on Braun.
Most definitely. I think they overall did a good job with this match. The entrance part with the Usos theme pissed me off. I really wanted to hear that full theme song again, man. But overall, I'm glad they made LA Knight the special guest referee. I think it really helped the match. He was hilarious the whole match. Like, on paper, he was a horrible referee.
Oh, yeah.
But it was basically a no DQ match with him as the ref, but it made it all the better. I like the dynamic he had with all those guys, and I really think they did good with this match overall, man. I like their entrance. I like how it's funny because the Browns come out, they have matching jackets, which was dope. And they have this Vision logo on their back, and it's so hilarious because Seth and Becky, the leaders of that group, do not have that same logo anywhere on them later in the night. No cohesion in that fucking faction. The Seth Riders, completely separate entities, man. But overall, I think they did do good with this match. Overall, man. Overall.
For sure, man. For sure. What is up, Will? Thank you for the sub, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you, brother.
Definitely. Yes, thank you, man. Appreciate you. Definitely no stranger to some folk from the UK. One of our good buddies is also from the UK. So we appreciate you joining us, man.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoy the show. So, he says he watched 8 hours straight of wrestling. Same here.
Yep.
And it's been obviously, there was an overlap, so we did not catch the end of All Out, but we watched all the way from All Out up until Wrestlepalooza came on. So
and then after this, we're gonna go finish All Out. So
yeah,
big
so
wrestling day.
long wrestling day for sure. Satish says, "What's next for Brock Lesnar? Hopefully he learns a fourth move the next time he steps in the ring with the fucking GOAT. And hopefully Triple H knows what the fuck he's doing for the next 3 months."
He doesn't, man.
Yeah, he doesn't at all.
He doesn't. It's going to be more Cena matches, unfortunately. Hopefully Brock Lesnar gets just a little bit less lazy next time, but he won't.
Also, Manager Logan, appreciate you on the compliments for the graphics. Appreciate you as always, brother.
Fire graphics for our show. And, it was cool graphics for, Wrestlepalooza. What was that stage, bro? You do this whole, ticket-themed fucking, theme for your Wrestlepalooza graphics. Why didn't you make the Tron a big ticket? That'd have been so sick. No creativity.
Or a buzzsaw.
Yeah, buzzsaw or a big ticket or one of those, any of those things. Nothing.
That's also why I miss props, because you could have just had two big tickets,
yeah.
or like you said, like a big buzzsaw prop up there.
Anything, and it's just big screen.
We did get floorboards, electronic
cool.
Floorboards. Those were nice.
Those were real nice. Haven't got those in a minute. They were nice for a change, man. They were. But no special actual stage, just big screen.
Yep. I guess that was in their mind all they had to do to make this a WrestleMania-like show.
That's all they do for WrestleMania.
Give us a fucking floorboard. Thanks,
bro.
So after this, we got this match for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship, or the Women's World Championship. We have Stephanie Vaquer versus Io Sky. This match,
it was good.
This match was really good. This match was really good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. I enjoyed it for the most part, man. And I tell you, I was very scared they were going to go with the safe option of Io Sky.
I was too.
Winning the Women's World Championship here. And I was hoping to God that did not happen. And thankfully, my prayers were answered.
Most definitely, man. I was kind of tripped out that we didn't see an Asuka appearance with Io. But if I'm going to be honest, that in retrospect makes the match a whole lot better.
Yes.
Because it's a match that didn't have a ref bump and someone comes in. It didn't have someone interfering. It was just a clean cut, through and through match. You don't get a lot of those in WWE right now. And it was really refreshing, dude. I loved this match. I think the women did really fucking good. Literally, even this could have been better than the actual main event to the show we got. And I would have been more satisfied with the ending to the match if this was the main event over that fucking main event that we got. But overall, very happy they didn't go with the safe option with Io. I love Io. She's a great champ. It's time for a new one, i.e. Stephanie. Glad she won. She's fucking amazing, dude. And I really hope with her being champ, we actually get to see her on Raw, in the ring, not in backstage the whole time, So hopefully when it comes to Raw, that they do good with her. I really hope so. Because she's fucking great, dude. She's really amazing. And I'm very glad she's champion.
100%. Io hit a Spanish fly on Vacher. She would then go to hit her with the Bullet Train Meteora in the corner. She hit her with one, and then she hit her with another where she actually pulled her knee and kick pads down to, I guess, increase the damage on it. She then set her up for the over the moonsault, and she missed her over the moonsault. So Stephanie took advantage, climbed to the top rope, and hit her spinal tap.
Hey.
Her twisting, I guess, backflip.
Basically, like kind of like a reverse red arrow.
Yeah, in a way. For the victory, man. So WWE goes with the talent that has been with the company for 15 months, I want to say, last July.
Crazy
She has
journey.
only been in the company for a little over a year, bro, and she is already the women's world champion. That is fucking awesome. I still remember seeing Stephanie Vacher for the first time and thinking, you know, who is this? And then when I watched her match with Mercedes at Forbidden Door last year, I was like, oh my God.
She's beast.
She outperformed Mercedes Moné. And to see where she is now, man, those are the kind of things you love to see in professional wrestling. You love to see your guys or your girls, you know, raise up through the ranks and go from being people that are unknown and people that nobody really know about to being people that you love to see on a weekly basis. So I'm very proud of her. She deserves it. And again, I still remember thinking, why are they putting Mercedes Moné against her? Who is this?
Literally.
And then she showed all of us real fucking quick
who she was,
man. And then obviously WWE was very quick to
scoop her up and did steal her.
Yes, they were very quick to scoop her up. And now, bro, she is the women's world champion. She holds a victory over Io Sky here. And what was a very good match. I enjoyed the match a lot. And again, just so glad they did not go with the predictable outcome of just putting it back on Io Sky, because that's where it was before, so we'll just throw it right back on her. They went with the I guess non-safe option. They went with Stephanie Vacher, somebody that they, I guess, were to take a chance on, and they took their chance tonight, man, and I really appreciate it. I think she's going to be a great women's world champion. There's obviously a lot she can do on the brand. The only thing that does scare me is WWE prioritizing other women and other championships over her. Obviously, we know Becky Lynch is a huge priority on the show. We know Io Sky and Rhea Ripley versus the Kabuki Warriors is obviously going to be a big part on the show. That is the only thing that does scare me, is whoever she goes on to feud with. I don't want to see her importance dip because of the other things that WWE may think is more important.
Exactly. I hope they really do prioritize her on Raw and on Raw TV. And I really hope we see a good amount of her on a regular basis.
For sure. As for who she feuds with, I don't fucking know, to be honest. Can we just please, honestly, can we just please do a draft?
We need one so bad, dude. But there is Crown Jewel coming up. If they're doing Seth and Cody, we're gonna do Tiffany and Stephanie, which will be a good match. But it'll be meaningless because the champion is going to have to lose for whatever reason. We know it's not going to be Cody. Yeah, that's my prediction for that match anyway. Seth loses. That's why he's going to want them at War Games. You're ready, man. It's fucking 9 a.m. We're going to have to be watching fucking Cody Rhodes beat Seth Rollins.
I'm already tired of this Cody Rhodes shit. I'm more tired of Cody Rhodes. This is what... I don't know if you feel the same way, man. I know you're tired of Seth. I'm more tired of Cody than I am Seth. I can't even hold you guys, bro.
I am.
I'm sick of this shit, dude.
At least, even on Raw and with Seth, I don't really like what's going on. But at least, like, I care enough to not like it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and there's parts of the Seth Riders that I like. I like the group. They just don't do anything with each other, so they aren't a group to me. But they're still doing stuff. Like, we'll get to it. Well, after this next segment, but we'll get to it after the match, when we get to the match, man. But, they got the whole AJ, Becky, CM Punk and Seth, and then, it's something there. But Cody is literally not doing a lick. He won the title, and we didn't see him for, 5 weeks, was it? 5 weeks, we didn't see our world champion. He comes back, he has the most meaningless match and feud with Drew McIntyre. And then he's going to go into the most generic, probably, match and feud with Randy Orton. And then who on earth is he going to face after that? Like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Like, I love Cody. I actually do. And I liked the direction they were going, like, 2 months ago with Cody Rhodes. How he was babyface, but he had this, like, edge to him. He was like an actual person, but he's already back to being fucking Boy Scout Cody, and it's meaningless, dude. It's meaningless.
I don't know, man.
It's so frustrating.
Cody and fucking Seth.
Oh,
you gotta
again. How many matches did they have in the first place? There was like 3 or 4 of them.
3. Yeah, Cody went 3-0. Actually,
he's gonna go 4-0.
I have a feeling Seth is going to win at Crown Jewel. I think it's going to be because of the Vision, and I think that's why Cody's going to assemble the Avengers to go up against.
That's true. That's true.
That's what I think. I just don't fucking...
I don't want it anyway. I don't want any... First of all, why are you still doing champion versus champion? That's the dumbest shit in the world.
So stupid. This is why Triple H got rid of brand versus brand at Survivor Series.
You did. You
idiot.
You might as well just bring back brand versus brand for Survivor Series at this point. It's a better version of what you do at Crown Jewel. Because at least Crown Jewel, if you build the year up right, you actually have like a show pride for these people to be their correlation, Mm-hmm. I'm on Raw. That's my show. I'm the champion of my show. I want to beat you and prove my show is better than yours. It's literally just, hey, let's have these 2 champions fight for no fucking reason.
For a giant ass belt.
That's ugly. And that you don't see other than that singular night. It's stupid. It's stupid as fuck, dude.
Horrible. So, this was this match. Like I said, it was a great match. It was one of the more enjoyable matches on the show. Stephanie Vaquer afterwards celebrated with her dad in the crowd with the Women's World Championship and stuff. She let him hold the belt up and whatnot. So,
cool.
So there you go. So, Kevin,
dude,
bro.
I'm saying.
You got me fucked up, man.
The surprise wasn't for us.
Dude.
It was for his wife. Dog.
This dude is just proven to me by every show that he is just an idiot that loves Cody Rhodes, bro.
He is a Cody mark, bro. Not even cool Cody.
Fuck.
At least give me like semi-BTE level Cody, bro. Give me a Cody I could enjoy. I don't like this Boy Scout Cody, bro. I hate it. I want Cody with edge. He has edge to him. When he has edge to him, he's genuinely amazing, dude. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
So, there's that. And so, that was your Women's World Championship match. So, congratulations again to Stephanie Vaquer, man. I'm excited to see what she does in her division. However, we do have an official sponsor, we do have an official sponsor, and we also have an official word from our sponsor here at NHP, W Energy. W is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics, formulated to improve focus without getting the jitters. W is a clean formula that is sugar-free, 0-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings, with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. You can get your W products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout. Save yourselves 10% on your next W purchase.
Whether workout, whatever you may need the energy for, man. Whether it's days like today, where you got 8+ hours of wrestling, man, or the next AEW pay-per-view, the next WWE pay-per-view, the next joint weekend pay-per-view weekends. Whatever you may need this energy for, even though it's Raw or SmackDown Wednesday night, man. Whatever you may need the energy for, W will keep you awake. It'll keep you focused, energized. You won't have the jitters, and it'll taste good all at the same time. Always, always. Got to shout out W.
As always, thank you to the official sponsor of what we do here at Notorious Heels. As always, thank you to the people over at W Energy.
Truly.
Truly?
What should have been
Why
the
did
main
this
event?
not main event?
Dog, like... Why? Why did this not main event? This was fun. We'll get to it. Started off kind of slow, I will admit.
Yeah.
But once it picked up, the shit was fun. Fun as hell. It was fire. Very good dynamics between all of them. From AJ and Becky, Punk and Seth is there. But even like Seth and AJ, Punk and Becky, very fun dynamics in this match. Why did this match not main event, dude? It's literally the selling point for this show. It was the AJ Lee return and John Cena. You screwed that part up. You couldn't at least made this the main event.
Well, the beginning of the match started off pretty slow, like Sir K just said. It was just so much of... I knew they were going to do it.
Yeah.
But it was so much of just, is he going to get in? Is AJ going to get in? Oh, she's taking off the apron. Oh, the ref didn't see the tag. Oh, like, it was just the typical, like, them building suspense. So they're, tricking around. AJ, can't get in, and Becky's kind of just dodging her and whatnot. AJ finally does get in, but the ref did not see it. So AJ then had to get out of the ring. They then swiped her off the apron another time for a close hot tag. Seth Rollins then gorilla presses Becky up. And Seth Rollins was... This man was a monster tonight, okay? He didn't give a shit.
He does not care.
He didn't give a shit as to who he was hitting. Everybody was getting...
Everybody got the smoke.
Everybody caught a stray here, bro. So, he gorilla presses Becky, and he goes to throw her on top of CM Punk, but Punk rolls out of the way, and Becky, he dead ass just Ultimate Warrior gorilla pressed her face first on the ground. So, AJ, after that, finally got in the match, and she started swinging on Becky and Seth. I love AJ Lee. She was the female performer of my childhood, man. But dude, what in the hell was that? I think me and my big sister have had more legit fighting moves, fighting each other, than what that was.
Yeah, that was
bad.
A little awkward. 100%.
She was like, it looked like it was like
doing
she was like doggy paddling, like windmilling on him. Like what? Okay. Now I'm thinking, I'm like, oh
God.
I'm like, geez. I'm like, that looks interesting. She started getting in her bag a little bit. She did a tornado DDT, kicking off of Seth to hit the DDT on Becky. She then hit a sliced bread to Seth Rollins, where CM Punk did help her flip back, and she backflipped on to Becky as she hit the sliced bread on Seth. Her and Punk then both did Punk's corner, high knee, and then the bulldog afterwards. They then both hit AJ Lee's Shining Wizard at the same time. AJ and Punk would hit a Black Widow and a Sharpshooter. They would lock both of those in on Becky and Seth. AJ would then hit a Black Widow. She would get a Black Widow hit on Seth Rollins. Becky Lynch would break it up, and Seth and Becky would hit a double pedigree on AJ and Punk. AJ was then in the corner about to, I think, I don't know what she was about to stomp or spear or whatever she was about to do to Becky. She was setting up something in the corner. Seth Rollins pulled her leg and she sold the mess out of that.
She did.
She smacked the ground so hard, even I was like, ooh.
She fucking face planted on the ground, bruh.
Legit, bro. Legit. Face planted right on the ground. So after this, Punk came in and hit a curb stomp to Seth Rollins. Becky Lynch would then get Punk in a sharpshooter. Punk would Punk would go to hit Becky with a sharpshooter. Becky would counter it into a sharpshooter of her own. Punk would then counter that and then finally end up getting in his sharpshooter. Rollins would then break it up and hit a curb stomp to CM Punk. And as he was covering CM Punk, AJ would hit a curb stomp on Seth Rollins. AJ would then get met with a manhandle slam by Becky Lynch for a near fall. AJ and Punk were on the outside, and they both uncovered the announce tables. Seth was up on Punk's shoulders for the GTS, and AJ, whatever AJ was going to do to Becky, got countered because Becky threw AJ at Punk and Rollins, and they all fell on the announce table as the American announce table just completely broke once AJ was thrown over there. He was thrown into them, and like I said, the whole table broke and whatnot. Becky would then get AJ in the ring and go to set her up for something. But she was met instead, she didn't really get the chance to set it up because she was met instead with a Black Widow. But this time she had no husband there to save her. And she ended up tapping out to AJ Lee. And AJ Lee and CM Punk pick up the victory. As if I were a betting man at Crown Jewel, obviously we know we won't be getting the Punk and Rollins. We gotta wait till Mania, bro. I'm sorry.
They're running back that triple threat, bro. I know it. I know it, dude. I will put money on that. If they're,
dude, that's not a crazy take.
If
that's
you could
what pisses me off.
bet what matches are gonna happen at Mania, I'm betting that shit. I'm making a bag because I know Triple H. I know how fucking predictable that motherfucker is. He's running back that Mania triple threat, but with the World Heavyweight title, 1000%.
The only chance we have. And when I say the only chance we have of Roman Reigns not fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania is if the Jey Uso story
correlates
takes him to a heel by then.
Maybe, man, maybe. I would like that. I would really like that, dude, but I'm a betting man. I feel like he's gonna.
I could see it, dude.
Roman's still gonna want to get his lick back with Heyman
and the Vision.
Vision, all
because they keep taking him out.
Yep, and you know how dumb baby faces are on Raw. I'm sure at some point him and Punk are gonna get into it again because they're gonna be getting pushed into each other and they're gonna get mad at each other, not at the Vision, but at the Vision at the same time. And yeah. So I am sure at Crown Jewel we are getting Becky and AJ. I'm very excited for that one-on-one. I'm not excited for Seth and Cody 4. I'm really not, dude. I'm dreading that. 9 in the morning, we're gonna have to watch fucking Cody Rhodes again. Just do the most Boy Scout Cody Rhodes shtick in the world. He's gonna cry while he's getting beat up by the Seth Riders. You know how it's gonna go, dog. You know how it's gonna go, man. But yeah, we could already predict what this man Triple H is gonna do, man. But this match was fun as hell. A little bit of a slow start. I get, obviously you want to do the hot tag tease throughout some of the match, but it went on a little too long. But once it happened, the match was really good, really fun, and I really enjoyed it, man. I'm very excited for the AJ and Becky match at Crown Jewel. Not so much of the other shit on that pay-per-view, unfortunately, but this one definitely excited for. And Becky and Seth's entrance was cool.
It was. God, he says the fact that Rollins didn't stomp AJ pisses me off. Don't worry, brother. We got another 6 months to go.
Another 9 months of this.
Don't worry, man. Don't worry. Don't hold your breath.
It's gonna end at SummerSlam,
brother.
Nah, it's gonna take fucking Mania for Punk to finally get the world title win. 100%.
I think they like and trust Punk enough to actually give him a world championship reign. I think they do by now.
I think they do.
But you know how Triple H is.
just
He's
takes
gotta,
forever with
yeah,
everything.
He's got to ride it out all the way till Mania. But
tease tension, all that.
but yeah, and after this, we got a segment where The Undertaker comes out.
Dude, we're 7 hours into wrestling on a Saturday night, and for no unprompted reason, we just hear the Undertaker's
Gong.
music hit. And dude, I do like American Badass Taker, but out of all the songs you use for him, you use the worst one. You use that god-awful Kid Rock song.
Ooh.
Do Limp Bizkit. Do the other one.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
You're gonna pay.
You're gonna pay. Do any of those. Do Limp Bizkit or You're Gonna Pay, and you do fucking Kid Rock. God, I hate that song. Dude, remember when he was a SmackDown theme song, dude? Or was it the Mania theme song?
That was Mania. That was Mania 34.
Oh, fuck, dude. That was a horrible fucking theme song. Fuck, man. That shit sucked.
Dude,
But,
that was so bad.
7 hours into wrestling on a night, and we hear fucking Undertaker come out. For what started as the most awkward segment in the world, but then made sense.
He comes out there, and he's like, he stops at Stephanie McMahon. He's like, "Hey, Steph, can I
sit down?
Can I sit next to you? Is that seat open?" And he's sitting there, and I'm sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, is he like risen her up? Like what? I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, because he's like, I was at that Canelo fight, and I seen you behind me. I'm driving right now, my bike, and
like
I seen you.
Like,
are you following me? And I'm like, what are we doing? I'm like, what is this?
What unk level Riz is this, dude?
I'm like, what is Unk doing, bro? Like, what?
Folding, you're like me.
And I'm like, what? No, for real. I'm like, what is going on right now? So at first, like I said, I'm just sitting there like, dude, what are they doing, dude? But he ends up announcing to Stephanie McMahon that next year, WrestleMania weekend for the Hall of Fame 2026, she is the first inductee in the Hall of Fame. And from that point on, I obviously knew this was all a big rib on Stephanie. I knew that, this is probably something they set up to surprise her.
Yeah.
And I actually thought that was really cool. And it was a really wholesome moment. Stephanie, you could clearly tell she was kind of dumbfounded. She started to cry. She hugged, Taker, and they, Nick Khan's son walked over to her in a full Versace shirt. And then Nick Khan, hey, little kid, I paid for that Versace shirt, okay?
Yeah,
with the money that I spent on this fucking company and going to these shows, that's my fucking Versace shirt.
Hey.
But continue.
Exactly. That's our Versace shirt. Give me a V-Lone shirt, something, bro. Buy me something. Vlone. I need a Vlone shirt, bro. but very cool moment. It was did not know what was going on at first. I'll admit that. I had no clue where the fuck that segment was going. But the second that line hit, it didn't make sense. And it was a cool moment. I'm glad she got surprised with that. And I'm glad she is the first in the Hall of Fame for next year. That's cool.
100%. So
is Batista ever getting his?
No, probably not. No. Yeah, probably not.
I don't think so at this point, dude. Unless he's the big male headliner next year, man. But I don't know. That man's busy. Did you see a very, very random side note? Did you see he was also almost Peacemaker?
I did.
That was really cool. And then he fucking gave props to Cena because he's like, Cena did it way better than I could have. Two goats hyping each other up. You gotta love it.
For sure. For sure. So yeah, that was the segment right before the main event. So Stephanie McMahon is going to the Hall of Fame next year to be inducted, and then
the quote unquote main event to this show. Wow. This happened. You deadass managed. What was this match? why did this match happen? And especially, why was it in the main event?
I'm still waiting for an answer.
Yeah.
As to why this fucking match was decided upon to be in the main event of this show. This match, of all of the matches on this card, especially with the way things ended up turning out, why in the blue hell did this main event the show over CM Punk and AJ Lee teaming up?
For AJ Lee's first match back in 10 plus years. Hell, why didn't the women's title match fucking main event over this? What?
They decided to go
With the weakest match on the show.
literally they,
And even, with how ass
Dude.
that opener was, when that's Brock's fault, but on paper, that was main event worthy. On paper, it was main event worthy.
it was.
This shit. Why was this the main event? What did this do for a soul on this show?
Made Drew McIntyre look like an idiot. It made Drew McIntyre, not even Drew really, it made their referee look like the biggest dumb fuck.
He looked like he was paid by Cody.
Dude, you're not lying. I mean, bro, what actually was that? Like, to be honest, bro, like, dude, you main event the show with this shit. Meanwhile, you done told everybody there's going to be surprises tonight. So obviously, you see your people on Twitter talking about, tonight's going to be the night, Randy turns, or I even seen some people, they love themselves some Dwayne Johnson. I haven't seen some people saying The Rock is going to come back and Drew's going to sell his soul to The Rock and become the champion. My main thing here was, I obviously didn't fucking think The Rock was going to come out. I actually would have been annoyed if The Rock came out because I fucking know we wouldn't have seen him after this. My thing here is, okay, Cody and Drew are in the main event. Oh my God. Is Drew gonna win the world title? Are they actually going to have... Because Cody Rhodes is world champion. It's not moving anything for anybody. He's stale. He's boring. He does not need the championship.
No,
I'm sorry.
He's pointless with that title.
Absolutely pointless. Why is he the only guy in the Triple H era that is allowed to hold the world championship? Can anybody explain that to me?
Why is it him, Seth Rollins, and Damian Priest? Tell me that. Why?
Dude. Cody Rhodes, dude, they just... It needs to be done. I am just so sick. For the better part of a year and a half, this guy has been the world champion. And it just is so stale, man. It's just so stale. It's boring television to me, man. It is incredibly boring to me. And I don't know. It needs to be done. He's stale. He's doing nothing with the title. The title doesn't feel more important. Like Sir K said in the open, it more so feels like we don't even have a fucking world champion right now.
It doesn't. Like, I think, Seth is doing better on Raw with the world title than Cody
Which is a wild statement, but it's true.
Exactly, which, at the end of the day, he's not doing great with it. I still don't want him as the heavyweight champion over there, but at least he has something to him, some type of flavor somewhere to him, Cody is literally just fucking, you grilled a piece of chicken and you put some fucking plain rice on the guy. That's all he is. He is a fucking seasonless meal every fucking week, dude. He's not doing anything. And he's someone we could do a lot with. That's the annoying part. And a few months ago, you were. He had a very cool dynamic on the show, being a babyface, but low-key being a kind of a selfish dick. But he was still a babyface, and the fans still loved him, and he still embraced it. And you had a really cool dynamic going. and you basically dropped all that just to him to just be Mr. fucking hug kids and kiss babies. That's all he is. He's the wannabe John Cena right now, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but the kids were more invested in Jey Uso tonight than they were in Cody Rhodes. Hate to purveyor that version of Jey Uso, because I don't like that version of Jey Uso. That's just what I observed tonight, in my opinion. But I like Cody. But he's doing literally nothing of anything. He's not in a character right now. He has no interesting feuds lined up. He already killed the Drew McIntyre feud. It's dead and done. You have the Randy feud, which, you know, is nice, but it's going to be Randy turned heel on him. He lost his friend again. Boo fucking who. You know what I mean? It's annoying, dude. It's annoying, and it's flavorless. It's completely flavorless. You got Boy Scout Cody Rhodes, dude. Boy Scout Cody Rhodes. Just do something with the man, please.
I don't know, man. I am completely over Cody Rhodes being the only guy that Triple H deems worthy of being WWE champion. You talked about how the kids were more interested and more invested in Jey Uso.
I hate that.
I really hate to break it.
I hate it.
To you even more. The kids were more invested in a fucking heel John Cena.
They were. The kids loved it. They didn't love it when he was making them individually, but they loved it. Dude.
This is stale.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, does nobody fucking see this? Dude, do they not see the landscape of their own product and how uninteresting it is right now? Maybe it's because since WrestleMania 40, it's largely the same few guys that are the only type of guys that get any sort of mainstream spotlight. And this is a guy in Triple H who used to book NXT. He used to have a new top main event level guy coming in every 6 months.
And it was great.
He was always trying to reintroduce people into that, or introduce people into that main event scene.
Always. You would go from person to person. There was very few, especially in those early days, very few repeat champions. And that's all we get with Triple H is repeat Seth, Cody. Thank God not Damian Priest isn't a repeat champion. But, like, dude, it's just the most safe and stale shit constantly. And with Cody, it really homes it in, dude. Especially this version of Cody, dude. I don't know why you didn't keep that title on John Cena. I really don't know why you didn't keep the John Cena fucking title run. Even as a babyface. He turned face. Okay, let him ham it up as babyface champ one last time. Come on.
Makes no sense. It absolutely makes not a fucking lick of sense. Because the stuff John Cena is doing, by default, feels more important than the stuff Cody Rhodes is doing. So I ask, truly, honest to God, why is he the only guy that you can even fathom putting the WWE Championship on? Literally. I thought tonight would have been, if you want some headlines or some shock value on ESPN, you should have put the world title on fucking Drew McIntyre and not have your shock value of the show be John Cena getting mollywopped by Brock Lesnar in 8 minutes.
Like that's a fun shocking moment you could do. Have Drew just beat him. Have Drew just destroy Cody. Have it break Cody's heart. Something like that, dude.
And you had it main event the show.
It's perfect at that point.
You were essentially setting all of us up to feel, at least some of us, at least I maybe felt, okay, maybe Drew has a little bit of a chance here. And you just have him fucking lose? Literally just get packed up. What? Triple H, man. I don't know what the fuck your problem is.
You're scared to do anything, dude. You found the groove of the same way to book every weekend. You're not being ambitious. You're just going to work and doing that. It's like, dude.
No, that's a perfect way to put it. He is not ambitious.
No, he's just going to work and doing the motions, dude. Like, what?
If 2025 Triple H booked 2018 NXT, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa would have never made the main event scene because he would have been too fucking scared to put them there.
Finn Balor would have been the 8-time fucking NXT world champion, dude. It's like, what? Take a risk. Just capture moments, dude. Do it. Do it with Drew. Should have done it with LA Knight. You could do it with Jacob Fatu. You could do it with Braun Breaker. You could do it with Sami fucking Zayn, dude. Sami Zayn's on SmackDown. Fucking find a way to make him world champ or something, dude. Something, dude. Give us something, for the love of God. I know KO went out, and I'm sure he has a lot of your plans on SmackDown. I'm sure of it. But Triple H was always the guy that was good at planning an emergency, planning a rewrite. Now he's not. He's not good at that apparently anymore. Because look at SmackDown. It is the most pointless show on planet Earth, dude. The most pointless show. We're your most pointless champion on planet Earth, dude. What the hell, dude? What the hell?
Absolute joke, man. What an absolute joke. You done set us all up and put these two in the main event scene to just do a Cody Rhodes victory on Drew McIntyre. What the fuck have you done with Drew McIntyre? Can anybody explain to me what Triple H has done with Drew McIntyre? Because I have absolutely no idea. This guy was voted, my votes or Kay's vote, and the fan vote last year for the Superstar of the Year in our year-end awards. He was the men's Superstar of the Year.
And this is what you do. I feel nothing when he comes out right now. And it's not his fault. It's the Booker's fault. Because he did nothing with him all year. Nothing. He faced Damian Priest at WrestleMania.
Oh my God, he did.
For no reason.
It's the bottom of the barrel.
He faced the bottom of the barrel at WrestleMania. And he was the Superstar of the Year. What the fuck, dude? What was that? What is this? What is this with Drew, dude? What are you doing?
This, man, this is just an absolute joke. This is an absolute joke, man. I don't know what this guy's got going on, but whatever his priorities are in terms of booking, they need to change, and they need to change fast, because I don't care how fat your pockets are, bro. The urge to watch the product is just it is not there, man, and it is because of this rinse and fucking repeat booking that we do for Lord knows what reason. Cody Rhodes in the main event of this show just to pack up Damian Priest. Or, I wish, just to pack up Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre.
Fucking God,
him up. I think God, he fucked him up. But, just to fucking wipe your hands clean, pack up Drew McIntyre, to probably end up doing the same thing to Randy Orton. He's probably going to do the same thing to whoever the fuck is after. Who God knows is after that. What do you do with Cody? Besides, literally, what do you do with Cody besides Randy Orton now? Nothing. You do nothing that's of interest.
The vision. Well, thank you for telling me you have no vision.
No vision.
Because you are putting Cody Rhodes up against Seth Rollins at Crown Jewel. The two guys that Triple H is just absolutely just head over heels for some reason. And nobody can touch these guys. And nobody can get a hand on a world championship other than these guys, apparently. All the good names that you have on your roster in this Triple H era that have never held a world championship is fucking mind-boggling to me.
Sami Zayn.
Sammy, Owens, Fatu, LA Knight. Did we say Sami Zayn? I think we did.
Gable.
Chad Gable's never. What do
you like? Like Seth. Okay, Seth has always been a Triple H guy. That's always been the story. You know what I mean? But like, dude, it just gets to a point where it's too consistent. It's too cookie jar. It's too safe. Take a risk. Build new people. You're not building your next generation. You always talk about Braun Breaker's the next generation. Bronson Reed's the next generation. This person's the next generation. Jacob Fatu's the next gen. You're not using them to build them up to be the next generation. You have them there and you say they're the next generation, but actions mean more than words, and you're not doing anything action. You're not moving the action with these people at all.
It's the old talk of potential. This guy's going to be great one day. This guy's going to be great one day. This guy's going to be great one day. He's never going to be great one day. These guys aren't going to be great one day if you don't put them in the position to succeed.
You're not putting them in. You're putting the same already successful people in that position to succeed, which they already have done.
Which is just, again, mind-boggling to me, because this guy, Papa NXT, was sitting here taking risk on guys that Vince McMahon, if he took a look at them, probably would have died of laughter looking at. Do you think Vince McMahon would have taken a look at a freshly signed Kevin Owens, Johnny Gargano, Finn Balor, Tommaso Ciampa, Adam Cole,
Seth Rollins,
Seth,
look what happens when you take that risk.
God, give me, where's some other guys in NXT? You get the point.
Mm-hmm.
All these small guys, and it was Triple H, the guy, to Andrade Cien Almas. All these guys, Aleister Black, all these guys that Triple H was just keen on taking a chance on. Dude. Writing in audibles. All these other type of things. These are skills. These aren't skills that you lose, but apparently you've lost them.
Literally, you lost a skill somehow.
And what were one of the main complaints about the Vince McMahon era? It was his cookie jar mentality. It was his cookie jar mentality. Who can we put the women's title on? Do Charlotte. Who can we put the tag team titles on? New Day or Charlotte. Who can we put the women's title on? Alexa Bliss. Who can we put the World Heavyweight Championship on? Put it on Roman Reigns.
Put it on Lesnar.
Put it on Brock.
Yeah. It's the most cookie jar shit, and now Triple H developed the same problem with the same. Who do we put the title? Put it on Cody. Put it on Seth. The tag titles, put it on Judgment Day. Main storyline on Raw, Judgment Day. Who do we have be the women's world champion? That's hard, man. Maybe Charlotte. Maybe Tiffany. She needs an opponent, man. Who has she faced before? Oh, she faced Nia? Let's run that back. Let's do Nia again. Dude.
How do you, and these were the most blatant, yet the most fixable problems in the world.
They are.
And you're not fixing them. Why? You do not, let me remind you, you do not have a shortage of talent.
You have an abundance of talent. Too much talent.
Which goes to what we talk about with Cena running it back with Lesnar. You don't have to do that. You have the luxury of putting John Cena up against anybody on your roster. This is probably some of the biggest, roster pools you've ever had in company history.
Mm-hmm.
And we're running it back with Brock. Again, some of the biggest talent pool we've ever had in history. Yet, we are refusing to put the championship on anybody but a Cody Rhodes or a Seth Rollins or... What the fuck? It's the Vince problem of just caring about the same people. It's like all they do is care about Cody, they care about Seth, they care about CM Punk, and they care about, what Roman Reigns is doing when he's around. Exactly. Everybody else we can give a fuck and a half about.
They do not care. Triple H doesn't care about anything else but your main event male superstars. That's all he cares.
Meanwhile, in NXT, everything had thought and care put into it.
Planning.
Just move that formula on the main roster. You have a whole team. I know you're not doing it by yourself.
We see you showed us your fucking team and how half of them are smarter than you. Use them. Rely on them.
It's not hard. I want you to focus on tag teams. You, I want you to focus on the women's division. You, I want you to focus on our mid-card division. And me, I'll try to figure out what's best for our main event scene.
We'll all meet here this day of a week every week, and we'll discuss to each other what we got. And if we got feedback on what each other are doing, we'll give it to them. Boom. That's how a team works. You think Marvel's up there, and they only think about, well, what's our next movie? Avengers? Okay, let's only focus and write that. You think James Gunn is setting up this DCU, talking about, Superman was great. I'm planning this next Superman. Batman? Not planning that at all. I'm only planning Superman right now. We'll get to Batman when we get to it. No, you have to plan it cohesively. You have to have multiple people planning what you're doing. You have to connect the dots, give each other feedback. Easy work. And you're making it so difficult because you're not doing it. You only focus on your main 5 fucking people. That's it.
It is just, it is actually mind-boggling to me how much of the same Vince McMahon problems Triple H has.
The same exact problems he developed into very quickly.
It makes zero sense to me, man. It genuinely makes absolutely zero sense to me how the guy that was adamantly against the Vince way of booking things. Do you remember? He's even said it recently. When somebody gets called up from NXT, we like them to have a 6-month plan. Oh, really? So you mean to tell me you called up Ilya Dragunov? You called up Carmelo Hayes with a 6-month plan? That is your 6-month plan. All right, fine. So your 6-month plan was for him to sit in catering for a year and a half. That was your 6-month plan for. So why'd you call him up?
Why are you doing all that? You're lying. You don't bench people. When you call people up, it's for a reason. You're lying. You bench people when you don't like them or when you have nothing for them. You call people up and you have nothing for them. You're constant at that. You don't plan at all.
6 months to prep for a farewell tour.
No.
This is Mr. Plan.
Yeah.
And then when we get annoyed as a fan base,
we're the bad guys.
You lash out and say, shut the fuck up and be a fan. How about shut the fuck up and do your job?
Mm-hmm.
How about that? But no, you want to shut the fuck up and LOL Cody wins.
Literally.
LOL Seth fucking wins the world title. This is what we want to do.
LOL heel faction beatdown at the end of whatever main story, and Cody Rhodes winning.
That's not to mention, we've been talking about rinse and repeat. We already are like 10 minutes into this discussion, and we haven't even brought up how Raw ends the same way every week.
Every pay-per-view main event match usually. I'll give this match that. It was so boring that Triple H forgot to do the generic ref bump if someone comes in spot. It was that boring where he was like, no, it doesn't need that. I have that for the Raw main event this week. The ref's got a bump. You got Seth Rollins coming in. What it really seems to me, one of the biggest problems, is that all this whole formula happened to work with the Bloodline story. And it worked because the Bloodline story was magic. It was lightning in a bottle. And it was just magic that happened with each other. And you're using that same formula, a formula that's not going to work for anything unless it has that same magic for literally everything on your show. And it's not working. It's not. Judgment Day is the most pointless fucking faction on Earth, and they're still around. Because the Bloodline was able to be around for that long, and it mattered. It mattered because we cared about them. You got to a point where we cared about those characters so much, we'd followed them for 5 years, and it was worth it. We've been following Judgment Day for 4 years, and I'm sick of it. I was sick of it 2 years ago, and I'm still sick of it now. You're now doing it with the Seth Riders. You're doing it with Cody Rhodes. People are getting tired of this shit. It worked with the Bloodline, and you are lucky it worked with the Bloodline. It's not going to work with any of this other shit. Stop using that same formula that worked one time. Because it's not because of you it worked one time. It's because all those individual members and their chemistry is why it worked one time.
I don't get it, man.
I don't get it.
I don't know, but he needs to I don't understand how somebody who booked a show so flawlessly can book a show so flawful.
Literally so boring, so repetitive, generic. You're literally, seems like you're running it through AI every week, and it produces the same shit over and over and over again.
Johnny Gargano was facing Tommaso Ciampa in the build-up to take over New Orleans. Every week felt different. Every week felt fresh. Every week it felt like Tommaso Ciampa was doing some asshole stunt to just ruin Johnny Gargano's life, whether he was wiping his ass with Johnny Gargano's fucking, like, those paper signs people would bring, getting into it with Grandma NXT, and Johnny Gargano was coming out trying to get his lick back, and every week felt fresh.
Every match, it was the same two people fighting, but every match had a different lead up and different purpose.
Yep.
One match was to get Gargano back in NXT because Ciampa cost him his NXT spot. Next match was for the NXT title. Next match was to take it from Ciampa because he failed the first time and he's got to get it back from him.
Mm-hmm.
Someone gets in his way. Aleister Black, the man happened to get injured, so you wrote it in that Johnny Gargano attacked him because he felt like he needed to, because he had to be the one to stop the problem that he started. That is beautiful story. Every match had a different purpose. It was the same two people fighting, but every time it felt different. And now every time Cody Rhodes faces different people, it feels the same. You're having the exact opposite effect, and it's really bad.
Drew McIntyre hit a dive on Cody Rhodes on the outside. He would then get Cody in the ring and hit Cody Rhodes with a Claymore for a near fall. Later in the match, they were on the outside, and Cody was in position for Drew to Claymore him through the announce table TV thing under there. The referee gets out of the ring and stops Drew McIntyre from doing this move. Do you have any idea how dumb you made not only your referee look, but how stupid you made McIntyre look in that situation? Because Drew could have easily just shoved him away. I mean, he's like 3 times his size and just kicked Cody. And 2, why is the referee stopping Drew from doing technically a legal move?
Yeah. It's a legal move. Why is the ref stopping him?
He just kicked him. It's not like, again, it's not like he grabbed the TV and was ready to bust it over his head. Technically, he was just going to kick him into an object. That's no different from throwing somebody into the steel steps. That's
no different than pushing someone into the barricade. As long as you aren't physically holding that item, it's legal. It's completely legal. You could have a steel chair sitting right there, and you could drop kick him into that steel chair. It is completely legal because you didn't use the steel chair. Why is the ref stopping him? And like you said, Drew McIntyre is like 6'3", fucking 270, whatever he is, and he's just arguing with some normal referee. It just looks so bad.
So, once he finally comes to his senses and goes to hit the Claymore, Cody moves, and Drew just kicks the TV, and Wade Barrett, apparently the only fucking guy on commentary with a brain, is sitting there just yelling, why is he stopping him? That's a legal move. Yeah. He can do that. Why are you stopping him? He's trying to win the WWE Championship.
Like, what?
So, he kicks the TV. He's holding his foot. You know, he's selling an injury. He gets in the ring and he goes to hit Cody with a Claymore, but he can't run because he just kicked the TV. And Cody then hits a Super Cody Cutter and a Crossroads to pack up Drew McIntyre. And the show quite literally just went off air. And to the surprise of absolutely nobody at this point, I mean, I'm sure maybe some people were, because, and honestly, I don't even blame you if you did, because Triple H told you there would be surprises on the show. And his
Surprises.
idea of a surprise was a Stephanie McMahon Hall of Fame induction.
Which was, good moment. But you said surprises, Mr. H. You had one. And it was a normal ass thing you could have just done on the show anyway. And not announce it. And not tease it. Stop teasing stuff that you're not doing. Just do things. Stop saying stuff that you're gonna tease and you're gonna do, and just either say nothing and do it, or say nothing and don't do it. You're setting yourself up for failure. Every time.
Again, Stephanie McMahon getting her Hall of Fame spot is a great moment, but again, I'm sorry.
That's
Like,
moment.
we care, but at the same time, that doesn't have anything to do with the show.
Yeah.
When you say there's a surprise, I'm expecting there to be something that you are going to carry into Monday or Friday.
Into week-to-week television, whatever the show is. And it's so funny because you do that on actual television, but Cody Rhodes' return to WWE, you just announce on someone else's podcast. So the thing that actually correlates to TV, you just announce, and you just throw up on social media. The thing that doesn't correlate to everyday TV, you do a big announcement on pay-per-view. You are so ass backwards with the importance. It's insane.
We got no surprises.
None.
We got no surprises. All we got on their stupid post show was fucking Cody and Seth facing off.
Oh man, I want to see number 4.
Just what I wanted. Just the match I wanted to see. And see, too, this is what I talk about with the John Cena farewell tour. I would have taken another Cena and Rollins. I sure as shit would have taken it over Cody and Rollins.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Cena and Rollins used to have good matches.
I'll take another one last time.
Cena could have been still the fucking never seen 17, the last real champion. But no, we just have to have Cody because we're just obsessed with Cody being the only guy in the company who can hold the WWE Championship.
And we could have got our little mix up because we're not getting the match. But if you do, if you would have did Cena and Seth, we could have got our little mix up with Cena and Braun. With a Seth Riders attempted beatdown. We get a little face off with those two. It'd be sick. It'd be really sick. Nope. Nothing of that sort. We get Cody and Seth 4. Fourth one, number 4. You might as well put 4 in the graphic. Pull a Tony Khan, put number 4 in the graphic, because that's what you're fucking doing. You're just giving a 4th match for the fuck of it. You are sending your 2 safest players to play the fucking game. Good lord. The 2 people we complain about on a week-to-week basis, you're having face each other for the 4th time. Homie, do you not get it? Do you not get the problem? That is the embodiment of your problem with your television right now. That match is the literal embodiment of your safety problems. 4. Seth and Cody 4. Good lord.
Ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. This company has a risk-taking problem, and this company has a world champion problem. I mean, it is ridiculous at this point. And then they wonder and they lash out at their fans, and of course, instead of doing us a solid, they raise their prices. Wonderful.
Raise their prices. Make you get ESPN. Make you get the specific plan for ESPN. Even though if you already have one, you can't watch the show because you can't switch over to the right one. You have to make a whole new one, get another $30, give it to them, and you get to watch a 3 out of 10 show. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love WWE and TKO in the year of 2025, man. They're so lucky that SmackDown episode we went to was good, dude.
Oh, they're so lucky.
They're so lucky. That was their solace this year, man.
Yeah, it was.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Awesome. It was a great show. And this is what you give Indianapolis. Thank God we didn't get this pay-per-view at the end of the day. You know what? I'm glad we just got that one-off episode of SmackDown and not this pay-per-view. Because if this is what we would have paid $300+ to go see, holy shit, I would have been even angrier.
And that was Wrestlepalooza. I don't care what anybody else is going to tell you. This show was absolutely pointless. This was like a step up, and I use that loosely, from a fucking Saturday night's main event.
It was Saturday night's main event without commercials. Even it actually technically still did have commercials.
Yeah, and it has ads.
It has literal like TV-esque ads in between the matches, but it's not on a time limit like ESPN or like Saturday night's main event was. It's literally a basic step up from a Saturday. It was a Saturday night's main event. It was.
You take AJ, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Becky Lynch off this show, and you dead ass are looking at a Saturday night's main event.
Oh, 1,000%.
100% are looking at a Saturday night's main event card.
Exactly what this show was. Verbatim.
Stupid as hell, bro. Stupid as hell. I don't get it, but it is what it is, man. And yeah, this show didn't move me at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. This was an absolute waste of a counter program. And to think this show was meant to be a counter program show. This was your shot.
This was your bullet at AEW. This is how you shoot at them. With this weak ass gun is how you fucking shoot at them. And All Out was pretty boring too. It was, but like, damn,
this was your attempt.
This was your rebuttal. It's something just as boring.
You stepped on their turf and did that. If they put on a shit show, this was their date first. They can do whatever they want with this date, but you came on this date to attack. And you attacked like a puppy. You attacked like a kitten.
You got Tony Khan as a kid playing his backyard with his Legos, just playing away, with his action figures and whatnot. And then you have a tiny little puppy run in and try to attack him and nibble at him. This is what you put mid versus mid. You put probably a 4 out of 10 versus a 3 out of 10 overall. Good Lord, dude. You got two 3s fighting each other. What is this, bro? What is this? God, what a counter program. This man, this was your shot. This was your shot. You had that open punch ready. And them little punching machines, man, you hit one of them. You ain't hit a 900. You ain't even hit a 600. You hit a fucking 250 on one of them motherfuckers against AEW, man. They didn't hit much higher than you. I'll give them that. They didn't hit that hard either. But you were the one to just hit them on their day. And you hit a weak ass punch. Dog. What the fuck? This was your counter program? This was ass. Holy shit. Fuck. It's like it's like fucking TNA counter program in NXT. It's mid versus mid, dude. Like, it's counter programming Collision. What are you doing here? Unfortunate, dude.
Yeah. This was so fucking mid, man. Again,
it was so lame and pointless.
This was supposed to be you competing with AEW, and better yet, this was WWE's attempt, so they say, to compete with college football. Do you honestly think anybody sticked around after they just seen John Cena get mollywopped by Brock Lesnar in 8 minutes? Do you honestly think? No, they went back to watch their game, if they did.
Yeah, they went back to watch their fucking game, because what the fuck is that, dude? What was this show? You attempt to fucking fight college football with a 3.5 out of 10 of a show. Good Lord. What was that?
My God. Well, that was Wrestlepalooza. Again, I don't know who would tell you the show was good.
Wasn't.
It was not.
No.
Do not listen to these people. I don't know who these people are, but if you hear anybody say that, the show was not all that.
No.
Honestly, there was Stephanie Vacker and Io, and then there was the mixed tag match, and that was that.
It.
That was where the show
Peaked.
That was where the show peaked.
Mm-hmm. Literally.
I don't know what kind of rabbit hole WWE is finding themselves on, but they need to figure it the fuck out. And quick. They need to figure it the fuck out and fast because the product interest is already ridiculously low, and you need to figure out a way how to crawl out because you are veering down a bad direction, and I'm telling you right now, Triple H does not want to lose his fan base's trust, and he's already getting there.
He's getting there. A lot of people already don't like Triple H. He needs to keep people liking him because if not, you're really, they announced 2027 Saudi. They're lucky if people are really interested in this company. By that time, people aren't already happy with that show existing, let alone they're going to be happy with the general product by that time. You better steer fast, dude, because you're on the shoulder right now. You need to get in that lane, and you need to stay in that lane. Because you are driving on the shoulder, hitting those fucking little things they got on the shoulder, just knocking them down. That's what you're fucking doing. You need to get in your lane, dude, because you are veering off so hard, dude. You're about to hit a tree. You are about to hit a tree.
Man, well, they got another pay-per-view here in about 3 weeks. So
catch us there.
Yeah.
Fucking 9 in the morning.
It's a whole nother problem we didn't even talk about is their fucking their
oversaturation with everything.
Oversaturation of content.
Fuck.
But we'll see you guys in 3 weeks, so hopefully they can make their 3-week build to Crown Jewel somewhat good. I hope so, but I don't know at this point. However, yeah, that is everything. That is everything, man. Like I said, we'll see you guys in about 3 weeks for Crown Jewel. And then the week after that, we will see you guys for Wrestle Dream. So, with that, man, that is going to do it. Thank you guys so very much for joining us here today on this edition of your Wrestlepalooza Indianapolis 2025 post-show review. And with that being said, that will do it. And thank you to everybody who joined us. We got my man, actually, that's a couple new people in here, man. We had my man Will. We had Satish, Arto, Manager Logan, and, of course, gotta save the best for last. We had none other than the owner of GDR LLC, Mr. Walk him down and cut these shiz off. Mr. Walk him down and run that marathon. Mr. Walk him down and cook that shit up.
Hey.
We had the man, the myth, the legend, my man Gotti. Thank you guys so very much for joining us here today for another edition of your WWE PLE post-show reviews. And thank you guys, as always, for joining us. And it has been always a pleasure for my Johnny.
And Sir K.
That is going to do it, everybody. Thank you guys so very much for joining us here for your Wrestlepalooza post-show review. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you all on Tuesday with NHP Unscripted.
Peace.